Laloux created cinema's most surreal alien world, Fantastic Planet was deemed too weird and unmarketable by distributors who couldn't comprehend its revolutionary animation and profound allegory. The cast has finally revealed secrets that will transform your understanding of this psychedelic masterpiece about oppression and transcendence. The film that almost never found Earth. What most fans don't realize is that Fantastic Planet spent years seeking distribution because no studio understood how to market an animated science fiction film for adults that contained explicit political allegory and psychedelic imagery. The project seemed impossible to categorize or sell to mainstream audiences who expected animation to be either children's entertainment or avant-garde art. Barry Bostwick, who provided the English voice for Terr, revealed years later that the film's unique visual style initially confused American distributors. The cutout animation technique was unlike anything being produced in Western cinema. Executives couldn't understand how audiences would accept this strange, dreamlike aesthetic combined with serious themes about oppression and resistance. The film's European sensibility clashed with American commercial expectations. Jennifer Drake, who voiced Tiwa, disclosed that the film's adult content made classification difficult. "We were dubbing an animated film that dealt with genocide, sexual themes, and drug-like experiences. The combination of animation with mature subject matter created marketing challenges that distributors had never encountered before." The innovative approach challenged conventional boundaries between children's and adult entertainment. Stefan Voll noted how the film's allegorical nature worried potential distributors. The story clearly referenced contemporary political situations, colonialism, oppression, revolutionary movements. Some companies feared that audiences would find the political commentary too heavy for science fiction entertainment. The deeper meanings created additional obstacles to commercial success in politically turbulent times. The planet Ygam that defied reality. The alien world of Ygam wasn't just fantastical background, it was René Laloux's carefully constructed ecosystem that followed its own biological and physical laws, while serving as metaphor for how advanced civilizations might develop beyond human comprehension. What the animation team revealed about creating this world shows how they built believable alien reality through systematic imagination. The planet's bizarre flora and fauna were designed to feel simultaneously organic and impossible, creating an environment that was recognizably alive while being completely unlike Earth biology. Every creature and plant on Ygam had to follow its own internal logic while appearing dreamlike and surreal, disclosed animation directors. The challenge was making impossible things seem natural within their own ecosystem. The drag's massive scale compared to humans wasn't just size difference, it represented how advanced civilizations might perceive less developed species as insignificant or invisible. The size relationship between drags and Oms mirrors how humans often ignore or dismiss smaller life forms, noted Barry Bostwick. The film asks audiences to imagine being the ignored and insignificant species. The planet's crystalline structures and floating islands created an environment where conventional physics seemed suspended, suggesting that advanced civilizations might inhabit realities governed by different natural laws. Ygam represents what planets might look like when shaped by intelligence far beyond human understanding, revealed production designers. The Drog's Transcendent meditation practices. The Blue Giant's meditation rituals weren't just alien religious practices. They were Fantastic Planet's exploration of consciousness, spirituality, and the possibility that advanced beings might achieve forms of awareness completely beyond human comprehension. What the voice cast revealed about these sequences shows how they created believable transcendence through animation and sound design. The Drog's ability to project their consciousness to distant moons and planets represented the film's speculation about how highly evolved beings might transcend physical limitations through mental discipline and spiritual development. The meditation scenes suggest that consciousness might be separable from physical bodies and capable of traveling through space, disclosed Jennifer Drake. The Drags have achieved abilities that humans can barely imagine. The ritualistic nature of Drog meditation with its elaborate preparation and collective participation, reflected how advanced civilizations might develop sophisticated spiritual technologies that integrate individual and group consciousness. The Drags don't just meditate individually, they create shared consciousness experiences that amplify their collective wisdom, noted Stefan Voll. The meditation practice's apparent drug-like effects on the Drags suggested that spiritual advancement might involve altered states of consciousness that resemble psychedelic experiences but are achieved through mental discipline rather than chemical substances. The Drags' transcendent states look like what humans experience through psychedelics, but they've learned to achieve these states naturally through thousands of years of practice, revealed voice directors. Terr's evolution from pet to revolutionary. The human protagonist. Terr's journey from Drog pet to resistance leader wasn't just character development. It was Fantastic Planet's allegory for how oppressed peoples develop consciousness, organize resistance, and ultimately transcend their oppressors' expectations and limitations. What Barry Bostwick revealed about voicing this character shows how they created believable liberation psychology through animation. Bostwick disclosed his interpretation of Terr's gradual awakening. Terr begins as a domesticated human who accepts his inferior status, then slowly develops awareness of his people's situation and potential. His evolution represents how oppressed groups move from acceptance to resistance to transcendence. The character embodied the universal process of consciousness raising and political awakening. Terr's access to drag knowledge through his collar device wasn't just convenient plot mechanism. It represented how oppressed peoples often gain liberation through education and access to their oppressors' information systems. Terr's learning represents how knowledge becomes the foundation for resistance movements, Bostwick explained. Education makes oppression visible and therefore challengeable. The character's ultimate role in human transcendence suggested that individual awakening could catalyze collective transformation. Terr's personal journey becomes the template for his entire species' evolution, noted Bostwick. His individual liberation enables mass liberation for all humans on Ygam. The Om's hidden intelligence and potential. The human Oms weren't just primitive animals. They were an intelligent species whose capabilities had been systematically suppressed and underestimated by their drag overlords. What the voice cast revealed about developing these characters shows how they created believable, oppressed consciousness struggling toward self-determination and recognition. The Om's development of technology and organization while living in hiding demonstrated how oppressed peoples often develop sophisticated survival strategies invisible to their oppressors. The wild Oms create complex societies and technologies that the Drags never discover, disclosed Jennifer Drake. They represent the hidden potential that exists in every oppressed group. The discovery that Oms could interfere with Drog meditation practices revealed capabilities that neither species had previously recognized. The humans possess psychic abilities that they didn't know they had, noted Stefan Voll. Their interference with Drog transcendence suggests that consciousness might be more universal than either species realized. The Om's eventual achievement of space travel and planetary colonization demonstrated that perceived inferiority often masks tremendous untapped potential. The humans evolved from pets to spacefaring civilization in a remarkably short time, revealed Barry Bostwick. Their rapid development shows that oppression, not incapability, had limited their progress. The animation technique that created new realities. René Laloux's distinctive cutout animation wasn't just artistic choice. It was a revolutionary technique that allowed the creation of impossible movements and transformations that served the film's themes of consciousness, expansion, and reality transcendence. What the animation team revealed about this process shows how technical innovation enhanced storytelling possibilities. The cutout technique's flat, collage-like appearance created a dreamlike quality that made the film's surreal events feel natural rather than jarring. The animation style makes impossible things seem logical within their own visual reality, disclosed animation directors. Viewers accept transformations and impossible creatures because the entire visual language operates by different rules than realistic animation. The technique's ability to show smooth morphing and impossible physical changes supported the film's themes about consciousness and identity being fluid rather than fixed. Characters and objects can transform in ways that wouldn't be believable in realistic animation, noted production designers. This visual flexibility serves the story's ideas about transcendence and evolution. The animation's combination of precise geometric patterns with organic flowing movements reflected the film's integration of scientific and spiritual themes. The visual style suggests that advanced consciousness might perceive reality as both mathematical and mystical, revealed technical directors. The technique became integral to communicating the film's philosophical concepts through pure visual experience. The political allegory. Hidden in alien form beneath Fantastic Planet's surreal science fiction surface, lay sophisticated commentary on colonialism, racial oppression, and revolutionary liberation that drew directly from contemporary political movements and historical patterns of domination. What the creative team revealed about these allegorical elements shows how they used alien imagery to explore familiar human conflicts. The Ygam relationship clearly paralleled European colonialism and its treatment of indigenous populations, with the blue giants viewing humans as primitive animals requiring management rather than equals deserving respect. The Drag's attitude toward alms mirrors how colonial powers justified oppression by claiming superior civilization and intelligence, disclosed political commentators involved in the production. The size difference makes the power imbalance literal and visible. The Drag's eventual recognition of intelligence and negotiation of coexistence suggested that oppressive systems could be transformed through sustained resistance and demonstration of equal capability. The ending shows that oppressors can sometimes be educated rather than simply defeated, revealed Jennifer Drake. The film offers hope that understanding and respect might replace domination and exploitation when oppressed groups prove their worth. The psychedelic imagery that expanded consciousness. Fantastic Planet's distinctive visual style wasn't just artistic decoration. It was carefully designed to induce altered states of consciousness in viewers and support the film's themes about transcendence and expanded awareness. What the animation team revealed about creating these effects shows how visual techniques could serve philosophical purposes. The film's swirling patterns, morphing shapes, and impossible geometric transformations were designed to replicate the visual effects of psychedelic experiences and meditation states. The animation creates the same kind of reality dissolution that people experience during profound consciousness expansion, disclosed visual effects designers. Viewers enter altered states through watching rather than consuming substances. The film's integration of abstract patterns with narrative action demonstrated how consciousness expansion might involve perceiving familiar reality through completely transformed perceptual frameworks. The visuals show what the world might look like to beings with expanded awareness, revealed animation supervisors. The ending that transcended conflict. Fantastic Planet's conclusion, where both species achieve mutual recognition and separate evolution rather than violent victory, represented one of science fiction's most sophisticated resolutions to oppression narratives. What the voice cast revealed about this unconventional ending shows how they created hope through transcendence rather than traditional triumph. The Om's achievement of space travel and planetary colonization demonstrated that liberation didn't require destroying oppressors, but rather proving equal capability and demanding recognition. The humans don't defeat the Drags. They demonstrate that they deserve respect as equals, disclosed Barry Bostwick. This resolution suggests that consciousness and capability, not violence, ultimately determine relationships between groups. The Drag's eventual acceptance of intelligence reflected the possibility that even oppressive systems might evolve when confronted with undeniable evidence of others' worth. The Blue Giants learned to see humans as fellow conscious beings rather than animals, noted Jennifer Drake. Watch the film again with appreciation for its revolutionary animation techniques, its sophisticated political commentary, and its visionary approach to depicting altered consciousness and transcendent awareness. Notice how every visual element serves the larger themes about evolution, liberation, and the expansion of consciousness beyond conventional limitations. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into cinema's most innovative and philosophically challenging animated achievements. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads, and let us know in the comments which aspect of Ygam's fantastic reality resonates most deeply with your own consciousness.